Yo, what's up, team? I am back in the building, bringing you guys another movie review. Today we will be reviewing Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Yes, Hobbs and Shaw got their own movie. They have left the Fast and the Furious franchise and have created their own franchise. Roll the trailer.
Pick a door.
All right then.
No, that's my door. Pick another door.
What's wrong with you? You know what? You were right. This is your door.
What's the matter? You got a lot of bad guys behind that door?
So you guys are being hunted by an army of mercenaries led by a genetically enhanced soldier.
Look at me. I'm Black Superman.
After watching that trailer, you obviously can see that The Rock and Jason Statham about to get into some superhero shit. And that's a fact. Let's get into this review and let's talk about the acting. This film is starring Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. Jason Statham, I throw them knives at your head. Idris Elba, the lady's choice. And Vanessa Kirby, the woman with the beautiful blue eyes. And I have to say, for this type of film, they worked. When you think about Fast and the Furious, it's like a boy band, a group. They all just work together. And they carried that same thing over into the Hobbs and Shaw film. And I'm really happy about that. Because I was a little worried about The Rock being the bigger star out of everyone and kind of just being about The Rock. But he blended so well with Jason Statham, Vanessa Kirby, and Idris Elba. It felt like a Fast and the Furious film. And they just worked together. It all mushed together. It wasn't nobody outshining nobody, because when they try to do that, like for instance The Rock, he tries to be The Rock, showing that rock smile, that people's elbows shake. Jason Statham brings them back to reality and like, you're not the only star in this shit. And they just work so well with each other. And then when they both get too big-headed, you have someone like Idris coming in, showing them like, hey baby, I'm the Black Superman. And then you have Vanessa Kirby, and she's just in there to I'll say like, be the angel of the group, the sweetheart, but she'll still F you up. I love the blend of the acting in this film. Let's talk about the story. Let's keep it 100. There's no story in these type of movies. You know, when you go to Fast and the Furious, what's really the story? What's really going on? It's always some shit. Yo, I need this job done. Let me call my boy up. Let me call my boy up. Let me call my girl up. Yo, whoop, whoop. We come together. We have to save the world. That's the story. Mediocre. Basic. But you know what? For this type of movie, it works. Let's talk about the directing and the visuals, because to me is the best part of this whole movie. This film is directed by David Leitch. And I have to say, Universal Pictures must have said, David, here's the budget. Do what you will. Just make sure that you top the Fast and Furious franchise. And he said, I could do that. And he sure did. Real talk. Because the stuff that I saw, I was like, God damn. I thought Vin Diesel was a superhero, but nah. The Rock's one too. And Jason Statham's next. And we already know Idris was a Black Superman. They were doing shit that you kind of like, yo, are they even human? Like, what the hell's going on? But it was so cool seeing it. There was car chases, helicopter chases, building destruction, explosions, ass whoopings. Only thing that was missing out this movie was blood.
He ain't lying.
It got to a point where you'll look at the screen and be like, yo, how is this happening? I don't understand this. Why are you doing this? And then David Leitch will show you another scene, and he basically is saying this.
Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said don't ask. No questions.
And then you be like, yo, alright, I ain't gonna ask no questions. Let me just enjoy this shit. Let me get on this roller coaster. Let me throw up real quick. Let me get a little woozy and get back on this bitch. Because that's exactly how this movie was. It was like, what the hell, bro? Like, there was no limits to this movie. And I like that about this type of film. There was no limits, and I get it. I loved it. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about the cons. Personally, this film has a grip of cons. But this type of movie needs those cons. Because if it didn't have those cons, we wouldn't have this movie. We wouldn't have the outlandish bullshit that we just saw. We wouldn't have the Super Monkey Smash movie shit. It would just be a totally different film. So, I don't care about the cons. Yeah, better acting, obviously, better story, more sensible action. You know what I mean? I don't want to spoil nothing, but you know The Rock, man. Come on, in the Fast and the Furious, he grabbed a torpedo and redirected the shit. What man can do that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's a lot of cons. But the pros of the movie is that this is a popcorn flick. It is meant to be stupid and outlandish, but fun at the same time. It is meant for you to sit there and appreciate bullshit. That's what it's there for. There's no, that's the pro of the movie. Like, okay, I'm here to see The Rock and Jason Statham do the impossible without any logical sense. Like, we just seen on the trailer, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? They were doing the most. So that's the pro of the movie. It lived by what it was. I appreciate that. Let's give this film a grade. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. This was a very interesting movie. I truly enjoyed it because it was fun. It was a popcorn flick, even though I had no popcorn because I ate a sandwich before I got there. But anyway, I got what I thought I was going to get, and I appreciate that. David Leitch did his thing. He directed the shit out this movie. He put so much shit in there. It was like, throw it here, throw it here, throw it here, throw it there. In fact, to me personally, he topped the Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, the next one got to up their antes. They better go in space. They better get a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids shrink ray or something next, because, bruh, I ain't seen it all. I ain't seen it all, bruh. I've seen some shit in this movie like, why, how did you do that? What are you doing? And David Leitch looked at me again and was like,
Don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask. No question.
With that being said, I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I think it's a great film for families and friends. Everyone could go enjoy this movie because you know you're going to get some bullshit coming in this film. You're going to see the most impossible shit. You're going to look at superhero movies moving forward like, y'all better step y'all game up, because I just seen The Rock do some shit and Jason Statham, bruh, and y'all got powers and they're men. They're human, so step your game up. It's like that. It was just really cool seeing it. Had a lot of fun. I'm going to give Hobbs and Shaw a C+. Very enjoyable film. Had a lot of fun watching it. It was out there though, but I understood that coming into the film, and I wasn't misled. And I appreciate Universal Pictures and David Leitch and The Rock, Jason Statham, and Idris and Vanessa for giving me that movie. And that's the review. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you're looking for some exclusive content after this video, feel free to join my Patreon family where I have exclusive reviews and exclusive content. I'm J3, and I'm out.